It would be one thing if you supported ICE and said what needed to be said, which is, I believe that we need to protect the American citizenry. I believe that illegal immigration is a problem in this country, but the actions of ICE, particularly in this situation and a handful of others, is completely reprehensible and unacceptable. And instead of even giving a slight consideration to justice and humanity, they give none. And so what did they do in response? Well, we've seen plenty of them, but this one is probably the one that takes the cake the most in terms of high-ranking officials within the Trump administration.
Wait. We have to, I mean, if you're about to show what I think, we have to behold.
Okay, fine.
It's time to behold the Cuntosaurus. Cuntosaurus Rex. Okay, and everybody know Cuntosaurus has a new hat.
Yep. As Violin says, 37-year-old mom of 3 kids, but her killer is somehow the true victim here. Well, hey, if you're in the business of political propaganda, that's what you do. And here's what DHS Secretary and dog killer Kristi Noem had to say.
Just had in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ran.
I didn't see snow. I didn't see anybody stuck. I don't understand what in the world she's talking about. Nothing that she has said, it was depicted in the actual video from the scene.
I also can't understand why she's wearing her cowgirl hat like that. Seems like she's cosplaying. Excuse me while I put this cap down under my eyes so I can't see anything. I mean, this is...
Maybe it makes it easier for her to lie when people can't see her face. I don't know. But what she just said is not what we just saw, right? Like we saw what happened. There's people that were there that recorded what happened. So you can't lie about it. But yet here she is.
Them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased. We're continuing to gather more information, but this goes to show the assaults that our ICE officers and our law enforcement are under every single day. These vehicle rammings are domestic acts of terrorism. We're working with the Department of Justice to prosecute them as such. We will continue to protect our ICE officers.
Of course you will, because this is all politics. This isn't about justice. Would you back the banning of DHS and ICE?
He knows I would, so that's why he's asking you. He knows I do.
Well, again, if we had real law enforcement in the United States, we wouldn't have any need for ICE. So
we don't need ICE. We lived without them for many, many years. Yeah. We did just fine. So, but then again, I'm for banning all of them.
I just don't understand how people get their rocks off constantly slurping at the nutsack of law enforcement. Like, I really don't understand that. It's absolutely perplexing, to say the least. We have to back the blue. We have to defend. We have to.
No, we most certainly don't. And here's the thing: as to whether or not ICE is or is not "quote unquote" law enforcement, I'll take it another level. None of what we have that's called law enforcement is actually law enforcement in this country. None of it. None of it. And to that extent, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to do a little promotion of my event. Guys, we are going to be doing a 2-day event at the end of the month called Mission Abolition. We will be screening a movie Friday, January 30th, called Reimagining Safety. And then the next day, we will have 3 one-hour-long panel discussions in different areas discussing abolition. And I am not the moderator. I actually have really great people lined up to do this. So anyhow, so yeah, the quote unquote ICE law enforcement, it's just irrelevant whether or not they are or not.
Yeah, the Department of Homeland Security is something that was implemented after 9/11, much like the Patriot Act. And now that we know what we know about 9/11, it's like everything is a false flag. Any monumental moment that we go through is always done for a reason. Now, the reason why I don't think what happened last night was intentional is because it was captured on amateur video.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, and yes, that screening will be on this. We will be screening it on our channel Friday night, January 30th.
Are you just like completely disregarding what I said?
No, we're talking about what we were just watching in the video, but I think it's an important connection to what I'm talking about, and I want people to understand. I
think that's fine. I just, at this point, I think people need to understand that I am not somebody who supports, let's just abolish police and abolish our military. You can think whatever you want, but I don't support that. I support a just system. We do not have a just system, not even close. What we have is a runaway authoritarian bordering on totalitarian system. And the only reason it's not totalitarian is because more than half this country is armed, and that's pretty much it. So when you constantly see the push for, oh, we got to take the guns away, well, there's a reason, because they want the powers that be to have all the guns. And in a lawless system, we're kind of reverting back to the days of militia movements, because where else are you going to have it? There is no rule of law. There is nothing to believe in. This guy is going to walk away scot-free, and he committed murder. He committed murder with malice. He aimed for the face, and he
was pissed that she wasn't listening to him.
Yeah, and he shot her multiple times in the face, and it was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Let me assure you, there are a lot of men out there who give off small dick energy in a very big way. And that's what Jonathan Ross did. He's a stocky, maybe he was law enforcement at one time, got excited about becoming a member of ICE. Maybe he's a person who doesn't like people of color. Who knows?
This was a white woman.
Whatever his reasoning was, he decided that he wanted to play commando. And it's very possible that when they go through this training, especially if it's with the IDF, they're basically told, oh, you're untouchable. You can do whatever you want, and we will keep doing it. How do I know that they'll keep doing it? Leave it to the worst elected official when it comes to the pro-Israel narrative to push the pro-kill civilians narrative through ICE.
To say enough. And if you get in the way of the government repelling a foreign invasion, you're going to end up just like that lady did yesterday.
All right, Florida Congressman Randy Fine, great to see you this morning. I wish it was
great to see you this morning. First of all, can I just say that when I see him up against that wall like that with his hair and his facial hair growing in the way that it is, I swear to God, I thought he was auditioning to become a rabbi. I wasn't sure where he was going, but if you had just put the hat on, if you just put on the hat, I swear to God, you would think, you want to talk about a foreign invasion, Zionist scumbags like this mother effer on the screen, that is who's invading this country and needs to be removed. And that is where our immigration process has failed. We don't want people like him in this country. And unfortunately, to get him out, it's going to require multiple seats. Yeah. Again, this is what happens. There is no justification behind any of this. And the reason they're shooting at him now is because they want people scared. They understand that they're losing control. And when you lose control, what do? You have to make an example. And by making an example, they're now taking shots at people in Portland. Maybe Seattle will be next. Maybe it's Oakland. Maybe it's LA. Again,
they're going to go to the blue places. They're going to go to the blue places that have the most restrictive gun laws. And that's going to be where they're going to do these shenanigans. The states that have better gun laws for them, because they don't have to worry about most people walking around carrying. Like, let them try this. Let them try this shit in somewhere in Texas.
And as Sean Rockers points out, her tires are clearly directed to the right, which means that she was attempting to avoid him. She was looking to get away. So when this, but again, it's a lawless society now.
Yes.
So the FBI is apparently not cooperating with the local Minnesota police investigation.
Shocking.
Yeah.
They seem like they really are just so transparent and forthcoming. I really was thinking the FBI with Kash Patel, especially, they were striking me as just really very concerned with civil liberties and protecting justice.